And welcome to our very first game of the group phase of Group 2. Today, the Kebab Warriors are playing against Bebronka 69. We have SSD on the Orange Eagle. She left me like an alcoholic on the Blue Snake. Autistic Misery on the Brown Boar. Anbei on the Black Snake. Hermando on the Red Boar. And Ali on the Green Lynx. Let's take a look at the spawn. We see an Anvil of the Gods in middle, surrounded by two dwarves with stone. Funnily enough, closed in by stones. The other neutrals that we see are kobolds at the edges of the map and on the edges of the map, and Jotun on the edges of the map. Already we can see that the Lynx has treasure in his first circle. Same goes for the Eagle in this case. Also, Eagle with closed iron like this will be able to pick up Chief very early. The Eagle will kill these two foxes. This will reward him 2 iron and 30 fish. And he will have 3 more iron in his first cache, which he then can use to spawn his War Chief Griff with the Ruin. So very, very high tempo for the Eagle, but also very high tempo for the Lynx because of the open ruins here. If we take a look at the other spawns on the map, we see a food lore tile here for the snake that the snake could burn. I personally would have maybe even burned the food iron tile instead, but in order to get more lore faster, I think this makes a lot of sense. Maybe you take this tile right away, work the lore master, and then burn the iron food tile later. So, Anbei burning the lore food tile as well, actually building a farm as well. Interesting approach here. Both snakes burning the same tile. And if we take a look at the other spawn, we see the boar spawn with lore has already found the lore and will, interestingly enough, have a forest in front. I just realized we have a double boar pick, both by Autistic Misery and by Hermando. And look at how head-to-head these two teams are. Like, literally, they're playing the same. The boar colonizing the Lorestone ASAP, having a little bit better RNG with the Lorestone being closer to the tile, if you compare that to Hermando, but the snake colonizing and burning the same tile, the other snake burning the same tile, taking that, like I said, just grabbing the lore afterwards. This snake will burn the food iron tile, and maybe Anbei will burn another tile. And look at this, the Lynx already clearing 800 June, Miliki out, Cat out. Very nice play here by Ali. And on the other hand, the Eagle with 1 explorer having cleared his cache. Let's take a look what is in that cache. Maybe it's gold, maybe it's lore. It is gold, it is food. It's a perfect cache here for the Eagle, for SSD. And he will recruit his chief with that easily. So, Lynx already on his way to clear a little bit, has to heal up first. Having cleared the fox burrow, will scout the connector to his boar friend next, and then he'll be able to clear the boar. And in this scenario, since it's a snake game, it's a very high tempo game, I expect everyone to be ready 801, and the fastest I think would be April 801, the attack, and the latest will be early 802. So she left me like an alcoholic. Early dock and early woodcutter's lodge. On the other hand, Anbei with the early farm and no dock yet, so she left me like an alcoholic. Will have a slight edge. Coins wise, however, he is starving here, has to stop the dock, has to be careful not to starve. Oh my god, he's on the brink of getting sick here. And he got sick in July, 800 July, look at that. Wow. Alright, so despite everything, despite building his dock first, getting sick is not ideal because it will severely decrease your happiness as well as the production of a villager. It's not that big of a deal because Snake can heal up later with Rapacious Exploitation. The Snake has a lore for that, but it's still very bad. Yeah, if we take a look at the stolen lore, that will be very interesting because I think the Snake will steal a Journeyman. The Snakes could also steal field rations. I don't know what the plan is here, but yeah, the wounded scout, the sick scout assigned here. The dock being empty is so bad, and in the meantime, Enbei working the dock, working the two farmers. Kind of sad that there's a wounded farmer here, but it's still better than no farmer. And Enbei here on the better Snake, funnily enough. So Lynx clearing the joggers will then clear the boar. I hope he has Great Hunt in order to clear these. Okay, he doesn't have Great Hunt, so... Oh, he prepared them. He skips and then takes them down afterwards with Great Hunt. Wow, okay, that is an insane tech here, okay. I wouldn't have prepared them ever, but that makes a lot of sense. And yeah, Lynx now clearing the second food tile for the boar. The other boar having already colonized the forest in front. The Draugr forest. Yeah, and Lynx, after clearing the first ring from the boar, will head over to the other side of the map to clear the foxes on the snake side. Boar pinging up, because he wants to take the forest as well. It's his iron tile as well. Would make a lot of sense to build an iron mine there. But yeah, that is a very nice play by the brown boar. Also going for double silo, double food building. I don't think this will be an all-in 801. I think this will be an 802 game. And Snake even colonizing the farm here that he burned. Is there another tile that he could burn since he colonized that? Yes, there is. He could always burn the food iron tile here in front of the eagle. Both the lynx and the eagle will not colonize that because the snake most likely wants to burn that. And I like this play. Both teams head to head playing the same way, and by even going for a second food building with the snake here. I'm really interested in the stolen lore. The stolen lores are coming up for the snake. I think these are vital. They will tell us a lot about the game state and what each team wants to do here. Let's take a look. What stolen lore is it gonna be? Will he just wait it out? And will it be field rations or will it be a journeyman with a slightly greedier approach? Yeah, and nice clearing here with the help of the snake. Eagle clearing up the Draugr tomb in front. And might be able to even take both the Foxborough and the Draugr tomb to get the precious fame. And we've got field rations out of She Left Me Like an Alcoholic, and that means it's going to be a full-on 801 match. Journeyman meanwhile in the meantime for Enbei, so Enbei going for the slightly greedier approach. 2 wounded on the farm. Will mine the iron now and go for a skirm camp as well as a stone mine. Okay, so Enbei going for the super greed with his snake, even going for double food building as well as stone mining and journeyman. So shaman, yeah, going for all camps as well as forge. This might be very, very hard to defend for the enemy team, especially since there are elves on the map. If you have a snake that converts a lot, and if you are a clear clan that benefits from your snake helping you with so much army, you can clear all the neutrals on the map. And the neutrals that reward you the most, obviously, are the elves, which give you food, wood, coins, and fame when you clear them, and kobolds, which give you 50 fame. So this is a very nice tech here by Shaman. If we take a look at the boar, both boars started mining iron, with Autistic Misery running 2 docks, while Hermando is not running 2 docks and he went for low relic. Okay, so Hermando, Enbei, and Ali going for the massive greed. And if they can survive the early onslaught, they might be able to outscale the enemy. Question is, will they be able to do it? This eagle looks very strong already. Very close to hitting 300 fame already. 295 fame. And he will have at least 395 fame if he kills both of the elves afterwards. Lay of the land, colonization for the boar here. Simple living, shipbuilding for the other boar. Yeah, this is gonna be basically an all-in. And we see a stone mine coming out of Autistic Misery. That's interesting because usually it's the eagle that can just scout. And you don't really need to mine stone with boar in order to scout. I'm honestly surprised. I'm very surprised about this. About this play, because that usually means that the boar is scouting as well. The iron mining I understand. It's either for the relic or for an early chief. The stone mine I don't quite understand yet, but maybe they'll show us their plan very soon. So, eagle forging X-throwers, forging warriors, will most likely just forge his shield bearers afterwards, leaving the 2 bears because they're sitting on a precious buried cache here. And he's starving a little bit, has to be careful. All of his army is kind of wounded here. He has to heal up somewhere. But his tempo is very nice. It's already almost 300 fame. And he should be able to get training field here, securing his happiness. So I see. The boar has not even colonized the front forest. I think it would have made much more sense to build an iron mine here, because with Lay of the Land from the boar's lore, you get a production boost of plus 10%. And that means that your miners are more effective working in a forest iron tile. But yeah, if he doesn't colonize that either way, then he doesn't have to do that. Okay, Hermando colonizing the Thor's Wrath, hitting 200 fame in the process. Going for bartering. So we've got a bartering boar, and he's mining stone as well. Wow, okay, they are playing this so greedy. Yeah, and look at this. She left me like an alcoholic already with 4 skirms. And they will kill the elves here. Very early elf kill with the help of the snake. So be careful not to lose a skirm. Yeah, they're microing this nicely. Gifting the fame to the eagle, of course, as well as all the resources. And then they can kill the 6 wolves here as well, on top of that. Elf on snake is kind of unfortunate. I think the snake will have to head back very soon. But the snake wants to burn this tile. This is an insane tile to burn. It's a food iron lore tile. Rewarding the snake with so many resources, and the snake can stand on there and generate food and lore on top of that passively. Yeah, boar chief taking care of the elf so that the Snake doesn't have to head back. We see an upgraded main out of the boar. I guess the boar is actually going to scout. And the eagle is not upgrading anything, and the eagle would just go for full army instead. That would be my guess. So let's hover the scout camp. In the meantime, Lynx clearing the elves on his team. The bottom elves are still to be taken. I'm pretty sure the Lynx is going for top into middle. Yeah, top into middle, spoilers of plenty. Very greedy approach here by Enbei. Okay, honestly, if they survive the early game, this greedy approach is what could win them the game here. Maybe that's what they needed. Also, if you take a look at the gold, Enbei slightly behind Autistic Misery, but he has upgrades. He has an upgraded Town Hall already. And obviously, both both SSD and She Left Me Like an Alcoholic will not go for upgrades yet. And now we can see big convert coming out of the snake. 9 skirmishers already. Enbei is not ready, doesn't even have the war camps for that. And this will be the second elves that'll get cleared. Okay, honestly, I think these second elves are 100% gonna fall. Yeah, we see the upgraded scout camp out of the boar, scouting the snake right now. And after getting elves, they will most likely just go on and kill the snake afterwards. Okay, going on the boar first though. 11 units, it's not too much, but it's definitely more than Enbei could produce right now. And he will need camps at this point. Already scouted, they see the house as well as the farm. The ping's coming out. Oh my god, and this might be a dead Zigny. Okay, thank god this tile is not scouted. Zigny is surviving that. Barely. The boar losing the Thor's draft tile. And She Left Me Like an Alcoholic, even pinging the Lynx's lure because he wants to go and clear that. In the meantime, Lynx also only on 2 camps so far. Even pinging the kobolds. Lynx converting 3. Does he have fire arrows? That is the question. He does not have fire arrows, so the Lynx will not be able to contest this. Okay. If he went here, the snake would have went out of the bush and would have killed the Lynx. That was very close. So, Lynx surviving another day. Healer's hut on Enbei. But he needs to burn. And he needs camps. The pressure is building up here. The pressure is slowly building up. 10 converts on the snake with field rations. Will burn the food lore tile here in front again to heal up, to just sustain his army. Look at all the lore that's produced here, as well as all the food that's produced. Guerrilla Tactics picked up. This is one of the strongest lores in the game. Permanently increases your military unit's attack power by plus 1% for any units slain or lost in enemy territory, going up to 20%. So we see the snake scouted. Still only on 3 camps so far. And the boar finally going on the farm tile to harass a little bit. Enbei spots it right away. Will send his farmers back. And the boar, I think, has finished the relic. Is on plus 13. The red boar booming, while the brown boar is still a little bit late with all the other upgrades. Maybe wants to build an altar, or they will just go in early 802. We don't see that many camps out of the brown boar so far. Went for sailors, no relic for the brown boar. Handiwork osmosis. And for Hermando it is handiwork osmosis as well. So both boars opted to go for osmosis here. She left me like an alcoholic. Completely healed up. With the 10 skirm build. And Enbei not even converting yet. But is able to convert if he wants to. At least 8 units, which will be fine. Yeah, and he's going to convert now. In the meantime, Eagle killing the kobolds, hitting his 500 fame, which is a huge boost, because now he can retake all the fox burrows, all the dens, all the treasure again. Once again. Enbei having to be careful here. Losing a Zigny. Zigny dying. And that's a dead Zigny. 2 dead fishermen on top. He slept here. But maybe they can get something out of this as well. But no, she left me like an alcoholic just going back. Oh, that could be a bit dead Zigny though. Very weird scramble. Zigny almost dead. They turn back. And by losing so many units in the process. It's 6 skirmishers against 10 skirmishers at this point. Zigny dying was terrible, obviously, but the Lynx has a lot. This is far from over. Enbei could always pull the pop. I think they let this tile fall at the top. Boar coming now with 5 warriors as well. So they should be able to defend this. I think the only problem here is the dead Zigny. Not having the ability to burn is very, very bad. Yeah, and they want to enter this. Enbei not pulling his pop though, so yeah, they are not defending that. Archer's boarding is very risky. Very, very risky. More units coming out of the Eagle, going up to 9 at this point. Lynx up to 9. Boar only has 2. Still able to kill population with only 2. If you take a look at the resources, Enbei will Giga Starve. He's not careful. The boar is not looking great as well. Will most likely starve as well. And that is an insane burst here for She Left Me Like an Alcoholic. Standing in their face. Producing so many resources in the process. Yeah, and slowly but surely he's gonna get sick. Yeah, boar is sick now as well. They're slowly but surely starving them out. I don't think he has to micro his population like this. Yeah. Gets pinged. I think this is game over because Enbei will not recover from this. He's full sick at this point. He's still sick. You're not able to heal if you're not producing enough food. Yeah, the skirmishers will die one after another. It's one dead. Yeah, Enbei will die at this point. Funnily enough, Lynx with the biggest convert with 9 convert, able to sustain this with the double shot. And the problem is, both the eagle and the snake, they don't care. They can just burn this, they can chill on that without any problem whatsoever. I think the only chance they have is the red boar with the lore relic. But if I saw that correctly, the red boar does not even have his chief yet, only on 8 warriors. Yeah, and we see the Ziggy harass. He will burn the lure, and I think the bear will head towards. No, the wolf will head towards the boar. More units coming out of brown. Yeah, that's... He's still sick. He's still not producing food. At this point, he doesn't even have population left. So the snake is not non-existent anymore. He's down to his last 5 population. In the meantime, the wolf as well as the snake chief are harassing the boar. Boar finally recruiting his chief. Boar having to head back. He's basically full sick as well. Heading back with all his warriors, and now they are going to enter. Yeah, and the eagle will clean up the lynx. And that's going to be GG. So yeah, had great potential. I think if Enbei doesn't get full sick, if he doesn't lose Ziggy like that, they would have had a decent shot with the red boar going for the scaling instead of the full 801. And with the lynx preparing for the rush, I think they had the right idea with boar scaling in the back, but that was a little bit too greedy, and Team Bebronka capitalizing nicely. They're still fighting it out. Everyone called the GG already. The final tiles are falling. The boar drops out. The lynx drops out. And we've got the first winner here in the group stage. So congratulations. These are the stats for all the stat nerds out there. The lores and the Kulns. And let's head straight into the next game.